last week on this day, we were talking about increased gun violence in Minneapolis.
Sadly, a week later, St. Paul is also dealing with an outbreak of violent crime. This week, 2 deadly shootings in 2 days. 2015 saw the most homicides in the past 5 years in St. Paul. This year, 7 people have already been killed. The Pioneer Press in St. Paul today called it a spasm of deadly violence. But, Reg, based on the response from the city that we saw already, it looks like they're worried that this may be more than just that.
They really are. They just think that this is a bunch of kids, bunch of cliques that are using social media to solve their disputes. And they use social media and they say, hey, let's meet here, and that's when the gun violence breaks out.
It is amazing to think the way that what used to be settled with a fist fight and 5 or 10 people yelling at each other in a park.
Like the way we used to do it.
Right, yes, the way I used to get beaten up as a kid. Well, now it's social media and it's people who have guns.
Is it just the prevalence of illegal guns on the streets? Is that what's leading to more violence like this?
I think so, and that's why St. Paul police told parents, go through your kids' bedrooms. Go through their dresser drawers. If they have a gun, call them. They'll take it. No questions asked. Yeah. The mayor said there's so much positive programming for young people in St. Paul that they will work with their agencies. A lot of the nonprofits, they'll reach out to young people and help them.
It gets heartbreaking because, not only do you have people who are, part of these fights that are getting killed. We had a Monday night, just a bystander, someone who just happened to be in the area, a father who was killed.
31-year-old Charles Hudson, he was just, according to police, in the wrong place at the wrong time. I spoke to his mother yesterday, said he was just a giving guy. She said she's not going to say he was an angel. We all have our past, but he was not a bad person.
He was visiting a friend, and his friend's brother was apparently the intended target of this gang-on-gang kind of attack.
Well, so that's the thing that struck me about these stories is the talk about gang violence. And the Twin Cities aren't what I think of when I think about gang violence. How big of a problem is this here?
Well, according to police chief in St. Paul, it is not a problem. It's just cliques. He will not call them gangs. He says they're offshoot of other gangs. They're neighborhood kids that are just in disputes with each other and solve it with guns.
Reg, last week you were covering North Minneapolis. This week it's St. Paul. But I do think that it gets hard. So much of our viewing area, so much of Minnesota is outside of these 2 twin cities who don't have to deal with this on a regular basis. How do you get people to start caring when it's not in their backyard yet?
Well, they need to care because it's indiscriminate shooting. I mean, the 31-year-old, Mr. Hudson, who was shot. Think about the lady who was driving down Hennepin Avenue and someone fired 4 bullets into her car. It's going to affect us all one day. If it's not now, it will be in your backyard if we don't stop it now.
Snapchat is often on the